Yeah, that's right. 2 minutes late. Jeez. There is definitely no R in wheelie bar. So so today on RC Guy Garage, COVID and coffee. Still got to set up. Coffee's right there. I'm actually having coffee. Good morning, everybody. I don't even know what episode it is. So unprepared. Episode 26, maybe. I think that's what it is. Of COVID and coffee. Almost feel like I need to change the other hat. Where is the other hat? I think the other hat is in the garage where it belongs right now. I just got to jump on here. I want to set up my iPad. Got a couple of things like not sure if there are people in here that already do drag race stuff, because if you do, we got to talk. I got some questions because I want to purpose build. Okay, that's the wrong way to start. I want to purpose build now 2 cars. So obviously, you know, drag bug is just literally a hack vehicle. Yeah, there we go. Hey, look at that. Don't forget to check out those ads. There's nothing to watch here. You're not going to miss anything because all I do is talk in the very beginning of it. So go ahead and click those ads. Like I said, it's the ads that provide the income for this channel to further, hopefully, what's going to be happening here. So I went online last night, like literally all last night. And I don't know if I'm using the wrong device to go online. I don't know if these websites don't realize yet that they've got to somehow, they got to figure out their websites to be more conforming to a device such as this, which this is a phone. So I'm looking online and I like the first couple of sites I go to because I'm looking for gears. Okay. So gearing, the way I did it the way I did it in order is I went MIP, Hot Racing, Robinson Racing. So I want to take basically the idler gear, throw it in the trash. I'm getting a spool from Hot Racing that goes supposedly inside the differential to basically just lock it up. So instead of smearing grease and all this other stuff, not grease, glue or whatever inside, this time I want to literally just take that differential out. Well, actually, you know what? No, that's not what I want to do. I want to take the whole diff out and I want to build another diff, I think. I don't know. So I'm going to look in the manual right now just to see what parts, maybe upgrades that are available. I obviously went on the Team Associated website and you try to look for upgrades, and in my opinion, it seems like it's zero. Things just aren't in stock. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe it's not. Maybe the format's not right for a phone or whatever. But some of these websites have got to get things looking a little bit better, more easier to navigate or function. Even like Hot Racing's site, they actually list the DR10 and there's a big zero for anything. So it's you guys, what are you doing? Why don't you get one of you guys or whatever who's sitting at home, probably doing nothing? Why don't you get them to redo the website, add in the things that you've already got? That's what, for the SC10. So stuff for the SC10, throw that stuff on the DR10. That way people, at least when they're navigating, when they punch on the DR10, a list of parts is going to show up. It's a no-brainer. You guys could be just selling things easier and faster. I want to get a purposeful battery, I feel. I want to get a pack that has a kick-ass C rating. I also, I'm dumping this whole electronic system, taking the motor out, taking the ESC out. I'll use it for something else. And while I'm waiting for that stuff, I'm going to continue using that 3S setup that I've got. I've got to figure out like what's the highest C rating pack that I have that's a 3S. And then just take it from there. I feel like I just want to be purposeful. Now, the other thing that I thought about too is that, again, brought to my attention that the no prep class is 2S only. No gyro, which my gyro's off anyway. I turned it off on that live. I have no desire to have a gyro. I don't. For somebody that, I guess somebody that, I don't know, somebody that wants it or whatever, for whatever they're going to do. Yeah, cool. But I hate assistance anything. Well, yeah, pretty much assistance anything. Although I do like my wife's car. It's a Honda Civic. No, not a Civic. A Honda CRV. And it's got that thing where you press the button and it reads the lanes, so you can let go of the steering. Well, you can let go of the steering wheel. You're supposed to have like a hand on it, and I usually will just like rest a hand on it because eventually it detects that you're not having a hand on the steering wheel, and then it will pop up a little notification that says steering required, which is kind of annoying because if it's got that thing where it guides in the lanes, I guess it's an aid to, I don't know, an aid to driving or something. I don't know. Sometimes it's actually a pain in the neck. But anyways, so that DVC, is that what it's called? DVC? Yeah, so the DVC on the DR10 is off. More power. That's what I want. I want to. I almost want to create. I want to create like I don't know. I haven't researched it. Like my mind is spinning so bad right now. And it was snowing today. So I live in Massachusetts, and today it was snowing. So I'm southeastern Mass, and it was snowing. Like, are you kidding me? So we give the planet a little bit of a break, and then it throws some snow at us when we shouldn't have it? I don't get it. It's like 30 degrees out today. I think it's like, watch. I think it's like, watch. I'm going to guess 37 degrees or somewhere around there. Alexa, what's the temperature today?
Right now, it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Today, expect a high of 48 degrees.
That was a total guess. That was a total guess. So it looks like it's going to bump up to 48, but the whole day is going to be garbage anyway. So I guess I'm going to be doing stuff inside. What I probably should do is I should do a video or maybe do like a 10-hour live about working on the DB Pro to fully take that thing completely apart. Like maybe I'll just do a live teardown video. I've noticed that advertisers don't like the lives like they do the videos. So I don't know how that will work. Like, because obviously, like I said, and I hate to do it to you guys, but the only thing right now, other than when people give the donations, and I'm not asking for donations, but when people give that, the only other income are these ads. And I haven't figured out like exactly how this works because obviously it's my own channel, so I don't know how like ads are on a live, if they're even on a live, but it seems as though on just like a regular recorded video, it seems like the ads are there. And I know it's a pain in the neck, but to understand like I'm trying to make now with the way it's going with those advertisers, trying to make the channel see if it can support itself. It's not yet, but it's getting damn close. And I don't know if it depends upon the advertiser either. That might also be the difference. But anyways, enough talk about that. I'm just going to jump in the chat. I want to say hello to everybody. And then I literally want to try to figure out a parts list for this DC10. Why do I keep calling it a DC10? I think because I'm thinking drag car, not drag race. Like, is there something out there that's already called a DC10? And maybe they just didn't want to like step on toes. But I, for some reason, just keep saying DC10. Because it should be drag car. Right? Not drag race, drag car. I don't know. Anyways, all right. I'm going to jump into the chat. You don't need to be looking at my face. Well, maybe you want to. I do. Enough with all that garbage. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well on this fine day. Let you look at the Losi thing there. I think Associated should be sending me a banner. Come on, Associated. Throw me a bone. All right, so first person in the chat right away, James George at 9:37. Bam! Coffee is on. Go bash your X-Max later. There you go, guy. What the heck is going on with this thing? It's doing the slow pan again. There we go. All right. So let me see. We got James George, Chuck G. Riff to the Raff is here. Michael Dyke. Eleanor's RC Adventures. We got James Beeman. Scruffy Pig. Flying Fortress. Truckin' RC Attic. Mets RC. Guy, you have literally been non-existent anymore. You must be really busy. We got Vince Vargas, Chief Gunny, Chainsaw, Build It, Break It, Fix It. And I think that is about it. Kent's RC is here. Who else? Anybody else? Anybody else want to chime in? Yes, I'm here. DS10 Associated Gas Car. There you go. All right. So DS10. Smash that like button, right? If that's what you're into, smash that button. Actually gonna head to work in a while, guy. Well, it's a good thing because at least you're working. You know, there is a positiveness in that. So obviously we've got tires. This will be an eventual upgrade. Obviously going to get a set of wheels for it. Not sure what kind of set of wheels for it. Most likely I'm going to get a chrome wheel just because I personally like a chrome wheel. That's just what I like. So I'll end up getting a chrome wheel. What I want to do is I want to get basically a whole nother transmission for this and just build its own transmission. Obviously, you know that my gear case is already stripped out, not by me. Thank you, Associated, for that one. Not by me, but obviously by whoever assembled it. You know, that's not what they're checking for. They're not checking to see if there's helicoil threads on the screws that they're ramming into the gearbox. I don't even know how this stuff is actually set up. Is it actually set up by human hands, or is it set up by like a factory machine? I have no idea like how this stuff is done. The assumption is that it's human hands, and I don't know, just maybe because it's small parts, it's human hands. But transmission, I want to go with all metal gears. Obviously the import shaft is already metal, so it's not like that's something that I need to change. Leave the slipper alone, I guess. I think there's no reason to change out the slipper. The next time I take this out, which I wanted it to be today, but it's going to literally rain or sprinkle all day, which is blowing it for today. So the input shaft gear, that is obviously already metal. We saw that the idler was plastic, and that already had like issues. So I think we're getting like some kind of odd... We're getting an odd non-smoothness just because of those white marks that are on the opposing sides of that idler gear. And then obviously the differential. The differential obviously is plastic as well. So I want that out of here. and I'm doing a spool. I'm going to buy that aluminum piece. I want to buy a Hot Racing, I think it's Hot Racing differential little assembly, which I think is the same thing as the SC10. It's probably the same thing like throughout a couple of other vehicles. It's just, I don't know. I don't have those cars, so I don't know if the transmission gears are like the same. So like if there's like what is it, a B 6 point something, whatever Pro or whatever, does that mean that it already has metal gears? Should I go with Associated? Like what's it called? TF or something like that? Team something? I don't know. It has something to do with Associated. I do believe I have an MIP on order right now, along with that spool, but the unknowing is whether if that little differential from Hot Racing, is that going to be the correct thing? And that's even talking with Earl, he was explaining that what we don't realize is that the reason why he has so many parts is because he's the type of guy that he wants to upgrade. Like literally, he'll do the upgrades, he'll buy the upgrades, he'll search the parts will come in, and I think that it's so much easier to just, at least this is the impression that I got, it's so much easier to just hang on to the part and just say screw it. That I'll just leave it. I'm sure I've got a car I can use it for. It's not the part I wanted, but whatever. And that's why that's why he's got literally so many parts, which is great. And I'm kind of the same way. I just don't have that. I don't have his bank account. So he works hard for his money too. So don't think this guy's living like off of the system or something like that. This guy, Earl Moorhead, he's a very hard worker. He's worked hard for the last 30 years of his life to be where he is in the position that he's in right now is 100% earned. So I'm still earning that position. So anyways, the other thing too, I want to bring this out. Like, I swear I need to have like a little notification or something. Like maybe I should just write a piece of paper. If I miss somebody's comment, I do not ignore anyone. Meaning, if I don't see a comment, it is point blank because I didn't see it. If I'm scanning comments or if I'm reading things, you need to understand too that if it doesn't have the little red box that's the @ symbol with the RC Guy Garage, I don't know that you're talking to me, because most times, like right now, if I was to look in the chat right now, all you guys probably have me on mute and I'm just doing this, wine bagging, and you guys are chatting with each other because that's what this is all about. If all you guys came over my house, right, you wouldn't be all 500 of you. You wouldn't be just looking right at me and talking only to me. You'd all be talking amongst yourselves. And that's what I love about this whole thing, because we're obviously getting a group of guys together and or girls that are coming to this channel to literally hang out, which that's literally the best part. Now, that's why I also created that Facebook site, because it allows you to share beyond just this. It allows you guys to be like, well, here's my, like what I'm doing. Well, here's my transmission. Does anybody know what gears I need to get? Or since you've already been here, should I get an MIP idler gear? Do I get a Hot Racing differential with the spool? I'm getting the spool. Do I leave the factory stock Team Associated input shaft? You know what I mean? It's like there are people out there that have already been there, done that. And while I do like the experience of, I can't just go out and buy a truckload of parts and just go, whatever, I'll just use it for something else. You know what I mean? I don't want to do the return process. I literally want to hopefully get the right parts once. Now, I know that it's not going to always happen, but it's just like, so please, 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 please don't think I'm ever ignoring anyone. Even like I even reply to the comments that are crappy, like towards me in my videos. Now, I actually mistook an individual, and we literally ended up both apologizing to each other because I went through this. It was early in the morning. I saw these two messages about I think it was two videos. It was either two videos or it was one video. I don't remember. It was too long ago, like a couple days. And the way he wrote his comment, literally all he was doing was he was messing with me because he's waiting for his car. And I took it wrong because it was a message. I couldn't hear the tone of his voice behind the message. So like what he was saying was he was busting my, basketballs. So, and I was actually, I felt bad, man, because that is not me. Like I am not that guy anymore. I mean, I'm like one of the nicest guys. Like I give anybody a chance, anybody to come over my house. But as soon as you rob me, that's it. You're out of my life. But I apologize to him. Even another individual, which if he wants to bring it out and say who he was, I immediately contacted him right away as soon as, and that's why I'm addressing this right now. As soon as I got wind of this guy thought I was purposely ignoring him, I headed it off like right away. I scrambled to try to find the guy's contact info, but apparently I'm just illiterate and I can't search very well. Fortunately, he's on my Instagram, which I didn't even realize. Sent him a message, and I was like, guy, don't ever think I'm ignoring anybody. Yes, if you're a piece of crap and you're giving me like a real hard time, telling me to shut my face and all this other stuff, yeah, just turn the channel off, go somewhere else. But I don't do that to anybody because I wouldn't want that done to myself. I mean, unless I was a piece of garbage, but I don't think I'm a piece of garbage. So anyways, all right, let's get off this. How about if we get some parts list going? I'm gonna check. I want to check inside of here, just because this is the manual for the vehicle. So the question is does Team Associated, these guys right here, in their own manual, which the parts are probably out of stock, in their own manual, are there already upgrades? So let's check it out. I know, really enthralling. I'll try to check out the chat. Oh, and see this right here? This was left from yesterday. So after I did what I did with the DC, I'm literally just going to call it the drag car. So what I did with the DC-10, the drag car 10, what I did with the DC, DR, whatever you want to call it, I gave it kind of like its own like little container just to put the shims and the wheelie bar wheels. I put the wheelie bar wheels in it, the shims, and the two extra body posts that they provided, which I'm pretty sure these are the back ones. I don't know. I think these are the fronts. But anyways, they gave you that, right? So I left this on my bench yesterday after I, went up and went to bed or whatever. This morning, I find it on the ground. Now, we don't have cats anymore. My dog's not jumping up on here. So one of those guys right there literally weaseled his way, because the way the cars were, there was like no spot. There was no spot. Like, I think this was literally right there. Right? Right here. One of those little maggots over there came all the way over here and pushed this thing onto the floor. So, even vectors mess with me. All right. That's good job. Jerry BRC. Okay. I am on my way over. Nice COVID hug. Woo! Chuck G. What? Where do the shims go? So the shims go on the shocks. So they're like little spacers. I don't like it because I feel like It's just, I feel like it's annoying with this kind of car, right? With this kind of car, I would rather pick it up, right? Because there's so much room in here. I'd rather just be able to pick up the car, reach my hand in, and give like a collar a little bit of a turn. Like, come on, Associated. I understand that you probably want to throw these shocks on and then sell upgrade ones for after the fact to keep the price down, but really, you gave like a whole ton of plastic shims in place of a spinning collar, which probably would have made people happier. The shims are a pain in the neck. I'd much rather just reach my hand in there and give the shock a little spin. Maybe they're worried about, and I do know this is a possibility. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking it's easier. I have no idea. I'm not in the drag race scene, but I am into the drag race scene now. So I want to do an RC Guy Garage. And I know I'm like doing all these like challenges, but it's only because I'm having a blast. So I feel like I want to do an RC Guy Garage drag car challenge, meaning I haven't even figured it out yet. Like, I want to do, like, I want people involved because, I don't know, there's probably already drag car challenges out there. I don't know. But I want to push this car, like, literally to its limits. And I don't know what those limits are, but each time you break over a limit, there has to be a way to compensate for that limit that you just broke. So I'm assuming eventually, after I'm pumping 16S through this, 8 plus 8, if I'm pumping 16S through this thing, eventually I know this thing is just going to twist like a pretzel, right? 16S. Yeah. I don't even know. I want to do some type of, obviously we've got Drag Bug, we've got the Burnout Challenge. The Burnout Challenge is literally any vehicle you want to do. Drag Bug, it's a budget build. Just do what you can. You know what I mean? Don't go out and like buy like all brand new parts. I mean, unless that's what your budget is. If you're a millionaire and technically your budget would be just buying all brand new stuff, then that's how you do it. I'd prefer if you just use what you got and buy a bug body. $25. They're like $25. Amazon, other places, maybe even Bang Not So Good. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend getting stuff from there because I don't know. I've already had bad experience with Bang Not So Good just because of the Zot Power batteries and me initially trying to return those things, and the return process was an absolute just disaster. Now it's just, and they do it that way, so you just give up. And I gave up. So, yeah. So I don't ignore anybody. And if you're talking to me, do the RC Guy Garage so I know. See? Look at what this does. Look at like what this drag race stuff, what this car right now. Yeah, it's got tiny little issues that are inconsequential. But look, Earl was saying, Earl brought it out. Earl point blank said, this is the first RTR out of the box, not ready to race, ready to run drag race vehicle. So that in itself is something that's cool because I didn't have a purpose-built drag car before. We had Drag Bug, you know what I mean? And then this is going to be a purpose-built vehicle. And this is, I want to make this thing push some power. So I got to find out what's going to be like the best transmission to snap some axles. Like I want to be able to potentially have the power to snap some axles. That's what I'd love to see. And I know that sounds crazy, but I do, because then it's going to push it to figure out stronger axles. I literally want an axle to snap. That's how badly I want. That's how bad I want a car to pull. I want that thing to grip the road so goddamn hard that it potentially will snap an axle, snap a drive cup, blow gears, and then keep the upgrades going. Because I am not afraid to keep myself busy when I've got downtime. So, Steve OD, what's going on, man? We got Jerome Balmer. The door bell just rang. I gotta figure out why. All right. So I got something. So this is actually, I'm going to put this down right here for now. Something actually just showed up today, which I've kind of been referencing to technically for the channel. And I know it's nuts to say that, but it literally, I bought it 100% for the channel. And technically, you know, YouTubers say this, oh, I bought it for you guys. I did. I actually bought this for you guys. Like, I'm going to have obviously a blast with it, but it's going to show the appreciation and the support for the channel. So I'm just going to take the box and I'll throw it up here real quick. Just make a little spot. And I know throwing the box up won't do anything, but it's a good size. It's a good size box and a good size weight. And if you look on the side here, that not that. Where is it? Where's the because you got to be careful with privacy. That right there should tell you what it is. You might have to like look it up. Right there. So that right there, that's 100% for the channel. Anyways, it's a thanks. 100%. A thanks that's a visual thanks. So what do we got here? Live unbox. Yeah, you know I could, but dude, that you gotta do videos because, and I know you hate it, but it's probably not even a video you guys will want to watch. So I'll warn you right now. The video for that particular item probably is not. Well, no, maybe I'm wrong. After you see what I do with it, actually, maybe you will want to get one. But that particular product, which somebody probably already said what it is. Where am I going with that? Oh, you might not even want to watch the video, because, and I'll just warn you right now. It has nothing to do with RC or mechanics or any kind of anything like that. So, but like I said, then again it does, because of my ideas, man. I'm telling you, my head is literally. I was gonna joke with you and go, my head is just full of it. Like, it's a pun. Oh, he's full of it. Full of it meaning just full of like literal ideas that just. I sometimes have a hard time sleeping at night. Like I will put music on. I'll listen to like Mudvayne or something like that, which is probably the wrong music to listen to because it amps you up. But yeah, I sometimes try to listen to music because I can't sleep at night because of all the things that are rolling in my head. I should have a notebook. But the thing is, though, is if I had a notebook and I started writing down all my ideas, I probably would never get to sleep. And then by the time I finally fall asleep, I'll probably be driving to a destination. I'll crash into the woods and die. So what is happening, everybody? Jerry VRC's kicking Corona butt. I hope. All right. I don't see any red boxes, so that means nobody's talking to me. Oh, wait a minute. Build it, break it, fix it. Wow. I see garages that God, you're funny. You know what is funny? Original Vector. For some reason, one of the times, I'm not sure how it happened, but he called me. This was when I was What's Up Guy Garage, because he could understand What's Up Guy Garage better than RC Guy Garage. He actually can't say that for some reason. He says something else. But Vector used to call me What's Up God Garage. And like I was rolling because somebody picked up on it. Asterion picked up on it and somebody else picked up on it. And they started calling me What's Up God Garage. I just thought it was a riot. Whoa. What is the blue box? Jack Brazier. Dude, thank you. That's part of why I've got this notebook right now. Because I'm starting I used to document things and I have no idea where my document sheet went. So I had this small little pad of paper notebook thing, and I would write down very haphazardly the changes that I made in an RC vehicle, because like if somebody asks you, hey, what shock oil did you use? And you like don't always remember, because if you're working on 6 RCs or 7 RCs or 3 RCs or even 2 of them, you might not remember what shockwave oil you put in it 4 months ago. So I had this pad of paper. It was small, that I wrote down everything in, and it's gone. So now I have no idea what shock oils or weights of diff fluid or anything I have anymore. So my daughter gave me this nice bright green. Founder, you would probably like this. Nice bright green notebook, nice and thick. And I'm going to start documenting document like the days. And then like if I work on an RC car, potentially whatever I change with it or whatever I do with it, or maybe even I can like throw some ideas in it. I don't know. I don't even know if this will work, but the thought is always there. So, Jack Brazier, thank you very much for that. What is it? Is it called a super chat? I think there's a super chat and then there's something else. A super banner, or I'm really not sure, but I'm going to write that down. Thank you. Even write down the date. Now see, they're trying to come out now. He tries to go under every single body that's ever here. So Jerry VRC, COVID hug, Chuck G, where do the shims go? I did answer that. And I don't think anybody else is talking to me, which is great. Wait a minute, Jerry VRC. You listen to Mudvayne and Mushroom Head, right, Nightly? It definitely gets you going, man. Chuck G. Can't even remember what battery to use. Right. Well, did you guys see? Like, you guys don't even know. This pack that I put into I almost just said it again, into the DR10, this pack had never been charged before. So I've had this pack for quite a while. And the first time that I fully charge it, my razor blade, this thing spearheads it. I could not believe it. It's right there, right where the B is. There's a slit in the pack now. So I couldn't believe that happened. The thing hadn't even been run. It was his first time charging it. What? This is nuts. Justin O'Neill, guy, thank you. Hey, I am getting that gun, by the way. The heat gun. Not a Glock. I'm getting the heat gun. We don't talk regular guns here. Shock oil for the drag car should be 80 weight in the front, 100 weight in the rear. Will help better with launches. Okay. So you're saying 80 and 100? Because that was one of the things that I was thinking about too. But Justin O'Neill, thank you, man. You guys, like I said, this is going to be really cool. Scruffy Page, I seen you drop that. It sparked. He was lucky, bro. Dude, there wasn't a spark, but I think now you know why. You might know why when I put the switch on the transmitter, I did like a little nuclear bomb explosion inside the DR10. It was because I couldn't believe. And I didn't know. I did not know that the pack got stabbed. Like, because I'm just doing stuff, and I think like the knife was here or something. I like flipped it and it just like stabbed into the pack. But I didn't realize it stabbed into the pack. It was this thing right here. And I'm watching it, and I scrubbed like back and forth through it a couple of times, and I'm like, did that knife literally go into that pack? And then I zoomed in on it like for myself. I made the zoom a lot deeper just to potentially see how deep the knife went into the pack. I literally think one more millimeter and that would have been a bomb. Like serious. That knife lawn darted, spearheaded, whatever you want to call it. So I think spearheaded sounds better. It spearheaded that pack, and I could not believe it. I'm like, wow, that literally could have been a fire right then, right there. Just because I was impatient and I flipped the knife. No, it didn't, did it? There's no way. If it sparked, I would have seen that. There's no way. It would have exploded. Actually, you know what I should do? Here's the other bad thing. Having a 5,000 milliamp pack being used as my drag pack, I feel like there's a non-benefit to that. So right now, or actually, the pack is all right now. At least it's 72%. At least it's only on a 72% charge. It 100% sparked. It's everybody saying it sparked. A suspect pack? Yeah. Are you serious? No way. I didn't see a spark. Are you sure? I see why you want. Oh. I don't think it sparked. It was the one where the one when I think I was prepping it for its first run, right? Boy, is that coffee cold. Go watch the video. It sparked. I'm going to have to watch the video. Maybe I zoomed in so much that I didn't see a spark. It doesn't make any sense. Definite sparkage. So I'll write on this the spark pack. Oh, this pack right here, this is going to be called Sparky. I'm going to write on it right now. Sparky? Should it be called Sparky? Or the Spark Pack? S-P-A, yeah. Spark Pack. S-P-A-K. Spark. How do I do that? S-P-A-K. Spark Pack. Maybe it's supposed to be S-P-A-H-K. But there you go. It's the Spark Pack. These markers smell nasty. Here's something that's funny, right? This is how much I love my wife. So years ago, my wife used to actually work for me, okay? I know it sounds crazy. So she used to work for me. And then there was one time we used to have these... have you guys ever heard of the Magnum marker? It's a permanent marker I think made by this company right here. I think it's made by this same company, but it's called the Magnum, and it's massive. It's like a massive marker. It's like the size of this for a marker. And we would mark out like certain jobs and stuff like that together. We'd mark certain areas with this marker. And the reason why was because it was a better visibility marker. It left like a nice line. Well, one day I turned around and I caught my wife going like this. She was like, and I'm like, and the cap was off. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I like the way it smells. It definitely didn't have, I don't think it had the smell of this one. Yeah, this one, I think this one's a little bit stronger for some reason. But it was such a riot. She was a maca huffer. Magnum 44 maca, right. You're going to do a budget, build, leave. I'm going to do a budget build, leave my... body. Shade tree. I think your mind was thinking faster than your fingers. RC-aholic, what's going on, guy? Green Frog Garcia is here. What's happening? Oh, you're the one that said Magnum 44. Can't have wheels sticking out of the no prep class? Yeah, that's stuff I don't know. All right. I think I have... Now, I am actually purposely searching to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. So we've got Ace Racer 0420. What's going on, guy? You definitely saw Spark? Wow. I didn't see anything. Did I miss anybody? Sergeant J, I almost missed you, guy. I'm sorry. George Selman is here, too. What's going on? I wouldn't keep the battery inside if it's been poked. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I did that thing about just go on Craigslist or whatever it is, or Facebook Marketplace. You can pick up a very cheap truck box, metal truck box, not a plastic piece of garbage. A metal truck box, and just literally leave it outside and put all your batteries in it. You can space them out too and put metal dividers, so when you close the top, if one decides to go nuclear for some strange reason just sitting there, it has been known to happen. Usually it's on a charge, but anything can happen. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Jack Brazier, what year is your Camaro? My Camaro, this one right here, it's a 1969. So this is a 1969 Chevy Camaro Z28. I know what you're talking about, guy. Why do you think I have that? I've been waiting to get that. It's a 69. 69 is my favorite. Like if anybody ever hears me reference the number 69, it is point blank, because the favorite year Camaro for me is a 1969. So I like obviously the 69 Firebird as well, and I do love both the 67, 8, and 9 first generation F bodies. So that's a personal preference. I've also had, how many Trans Ams have I had? Not including the one that I've got right now, I had, what, 7 Trans Ams? Yeah, it is a nice car. It is nice. It's taking a bit to keep up with it, which is fine. I'm too picky about certain things, where maybe in the past I wasn't, so now I'm getting more picky. So, your favorite Camaro is the 70, right? Yeah, that's a sharp car. My son loves the second generation F bodies. And what's weird is I also, oddly, I like the IROCs, which is crazy. Like I've said, I can't say I like all cars, but I like a majority of the cars. It doesn't have to be a Chevy, Ford, Mopar. It doesn't have to be anything like that. I like what I like. I'm not locked into, being only a Chevy guy or only a Ford guy. I'm literally just guy. Thank you. It gets up out of its own way. It'll break traction. I want it to actually break a little less traction right now, which is why I'm swapping the rear end out of it. I got a original date coded. It's actually for my other Camaro. I've got an original date coded to that car rear end to 12 bolt with 355s in it that I had thrown in it. Christ, 20 years ago, I think. Now that I think about it, maybe, yeah, about 20 years ago that I rebuilt that rear end, and I rebuilt the rear end and never put it in anything. So now it's time to I just literally just want to swap the rear end. Not messing with gears. It's already set up. The only thing obviously I'm going to have to check is I'm going to have to check the drum brake pistons, because I'm pretty sure just from sitting for 20 years, even though it sat in the garage, I'm pretty sure that they need to be just replaced anyway now. I even think that the drums might have to be, well, probably it's only surface rust is my guess, because all garages have a certain amount of moisture in them if you don't have a dehumidifier in there. So I'm sure there's surface rust and all that stuff in there. So I'll have to take all that apart, but obviously the inside of the housing, everything is mint. Yeah, it's a big block. Yep. It is it is a fairly damn correct looking-ish engine compartment. Some things I've obviously modified just because certain things you can't get certain items anymore. So I did the best I could within parts that are available to keep things more accurate. I even run. Okay, so this is how crazy I go. I'm even running in a correct clutch fan for it. So, and I mean, I could run like an electric fan and do all that stuff, but nah, I'm running a clutch fan. So, for that year and that particular motor. I did actually think about putting aluminum heads on it, just to lighten up the front end a little bit, because those heads, man, those heads like together almost weigh what the whole bare block is. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like fully assembled heads. I swear to God, it's almost the same weight as a bare block. RCaholic. RCaholic. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to? Because there actually is actually another guy that's called RC Guy. That's why I'm saying, if by chance, if you could, just put, so that I know you're talking to me, just do the little @ symbol in RC Guy Garage. I know it's a pain in the neck. It's a couple extra things, but it helps me be able to see the comment. That way I know that you're actually talking to me and not just asking a general question. Speaking of cameras, I'm sending back the Bad Apeman A100. I got and ordered an Alaska, right? Pro instead, which is supposed to be, yes, Riff, exactly. Yeah, the camera. I didn't get any new camera. The one person that I know that I don't know if you're part of the Facebook group, but the one person that did get a new camera on the Facebook group recently was Mitchell's RC. I know he got a new camera, but I also wanted to ask him a question about that camera, because he's been doing some lives, and I don't know if he's using that camera to do live, but it's doing like an odd like jitter. And I don't know if it's the actual live or if it's his camera. Could be internet, it could be a number of things, who knows. When I started driving, all the 60s and 70s muscle cars were just another 8-year-old car. Right! A buddy of mine had a tri-power GTO that he drove in the power lines and destroyed when he was young. He kicks his own butt to this day about it. Like, we will randomly just be talking about stuff, and he'll just like, you'll see him, and I'll go, "You're thinking about that GTO again, aren't you?" And it's like, every time I come to your house, I think about it. I can't help to think about it. Oh, what, that giant box? No, dude, if that giant box was a camera, holy crap. That thing would be like, that would probably have to be one of those red cameras, those crazy expensive, like $100,000 camera. I can't afford that. You have a 70 Roadrunner? Dude, you had or have? Yeah. Because the crazy part is that back then, they were just cars. When people bought Camaros, Mustangs, Chevelles, just GTOs, whatever people bought, they were just a car. Like what you buy now. Like when you buy I don't know. When you buy a Vet, it's almost just like buying another Vet. You don't think that, years down the road, the 63 split window that was deemed illegal because of the bar that separated the two windows, the two glass windows from each other. And that's why they stopped building that car, because it became a safety issue. But that car is like one of the most valuable Vets made. Everybody wants a 60. Well, not everybody. I do. So I shouldn't just say everybody, but just because of that fact, you know what I mean? It was like GM's mistake, but it wasn't. Kind of like the 69 Camaro. The 69 Camaro ended up being so popular. That's why there is no real 1970 Camaro. The 1970 Camaro is actually a 70 and a half, because in 1969, they kept making the Camaro right into the halfway point of 1970. So, that's messed up. So anybody that has a 1970 Camaro, normally that person already knows it's actually a 70 and a half, which is nuts. Where do you buy the Vectors from? Are they expensive? It all depends upon what you call expensive. You can find them online for like $50. You can get them brand new out of the box for $80, all the way up to, I think the last time I checked, let me see. I can check right now. Actually, I don't know if I can check. Amazon.
Amazon update. Look at this. Somebody made some big orders.
Now, could you imagine if that was your actual revenue kickback? I hate talk to text. Oh, he keeps. Oh, yeah. See, hey, you know what? If your nephew's right there, I'll put the camera down so he can check them out. Hey, Vector, come over here. You can't see me. Hey, Vector, come here. Hey, you can't see me? I'm right here. Must be the light. Sometimes the light gets too bright for his eyes. Or his camera. You keep looking away from me. Yeah, you're right there. I know, you're all confused. Well, normally if the car wasn't there, they'd actually come over. Every once in a while, you got to clean off the charger bases because they get nasty. Anyways, so like I was saying, I'm supposed to be looking at the manual here. I want to see inside this manual whether if this actually shows anything about upgrades. Kind of almost looks like they did it almost like a calendar. Pretty nice sticker pack. I think it came with it. No prep. So Reedy accessories, Reedy motors, Reedy electronics, Reedy batteries and chargers. So factory team. So that's what the FT was. So FT is obviously factory team. And you guys probably can't see it anyway. A Chevy too. I'll tell you, one Sharp Nova obviously is that 6970 Nova Sharp. So let's see. So they actually do have a vented slipper hubs. Oh boy. Blue body clips. Clamping wheel hexes. HD CV axles. Aluminum gear diff cover. What about an aluminum transmission? Who cares about the aluminum cover? Aluminum hubs, aluminum hub bearing inserts, factory bearings, titanium screws. They got nothing. Is there like another page prior to this? Yeah, that's it. They got nothing. There's no upgrades. So they don't even have upgrades that they list even in their own thing here. Seems kind of lame. Reedy battery electronics, accessories. Yeah, I don't know. I guess basically you're on your own. So there's nothing in there. All right. Oh, man. So one thing that I wanted to do was obviously over time, as you like collect parts and things, we go like that. I gotta wait for the delay. So you get like you get stuff. It's like I've been obviously with my Camaro. I used to actually do the car show stuff. So You get the plaques and all that stuff. But then the other cool thing is when you start buying parts, you get the cool parts or things that you can actually use for RC cars to kind of give more of like that realisticness to a sticker. So like we've got odometer here. Obviously I've got like a ton of Holly stickers and stuff like that, but to further customize or sticker up your vehicle to kind of personalize it or make it your own, you know, obviously this is massive. So the Holly stickers aren't something that can go on there, but at least the odometer gauges can, the odometer gauge stickers can. Too bad we couldn't get small stickers like that. We got Pirelli, Simpson, Bilstein, Valvoline, another Autolite, even Jegs. So the smaller Jegs ones can potentially go on this car. You know what I mean? Just to kind of give it like that, you know, a different look. What else we got here? What is this? Jeez, why do I have that? I was entry number 20 one time. And yes, I did put the thing up just because, just in case. Please don't touch. Only because what happens, right? The reason why you have to put those don't touch things up is because sometimes people don't treat cars like maybe you would. So you might get the guy or whatever that's leaning into the interior that has like a key chain thing on his belt, and the keys are scraping up against the paint of your door. So while he's leaning in to go check out the inside of your car, he's leaving nice scratches on your door. So I did have to put the please don't touch. You know what I mean? But if somebody was like, hey, can I look inside? I would open up the door and I'd go, yeah, dude, go sit in it. Just make sure you don't have like a knife like sticking out of your back pocket that's going to stab through the seat of my car. You know what I mean? I am not a wine bag. I'm not one of those guys, don't touch. I've had kids sit in my car because it's different. It's cool. There's a certain smell that the older cars have to them, especially if it's really an older car, not just a fake older car. So like the seat material underneath, obviously my seats have been reupholstered, but the base material is still the same. So it actually still retains that. There's probably a lot of people that don't know what a bowling alley is, but a bowling alley used to have like a certain smell to it. So older cars have a certain older smell to them. You know what I mean? They smell a little bit like grease. They smell a little bit like gas. They smell a little bit like tire smoke. You know what I mean? It's like all mixed in. You know what I mean? It's just got like that certain smell, and my car has that certain smell. Well, you know, when the mice get into your car and piss on the carpets, it's got that nice piss smell. Anyways, so I want to get my face right into the camera here, only because does anyone on here race, like do actual drag racing, no prep like RC stuff? Because I want to figure out like what's what. So the DR10, I'm assuming the DR10 transmission, other than the wheel bar mounts for it, I'm assuming this DR transmission is the case, at least the case is probably specific. I'm guessing just because of that wheelie bar. And I said wheelie bar. I did throw an R on there. Every once in a while, I'll throw an R in there. Just because of the way that, well, you know what? Maybe the wheelie bar actually has nothing to do with it, huh? But then again, maybe it does. Because the transmission case that I've seen doesn't look like it mounts the same way. I mean, I'd love to get like an aluminum housing, something that's, you know, not going to potentially flex. I don't know if that one actually flexes or not, but I don't plan on staying 3S. I want to get like a Max 10 type of setup for it. So literally, this is what I want to get. I do want to throw in something that could potentially hold power. Do you know what I mean? I think this is the Max 10 setup that I got for. Yeah, this is the Max 10 setup that I got for my, you know what I could do? Maybe I could just rob it out of it. This is the Max 10 setup that I got for my, my EPX semi truck. Maybe I could just rip it out and at least give it a shot. It's a 3652 brushless motor, which is a 5400 kV motor. Well, it says suitable for 110 sport. So is there such a thing as 110 race? RC Fun. Do you think the AE drag car is a better buy than a two-wheel drive / for drag racing other than the I wish I could really answer your question. What I'll point blank direct you to right now is ask that question of Earl Moorhead. And I know that's probably being limiting, but if you're asking me based upon what I've already seen and my own experience of the DR10, I would buy another one, even knowing what I know. That obviously, you know, opening up the trans and just the stupid little things. I'd still buy another one. It's no big deal. I see you looking at me. But what Earl was saying, to get his watermelon to where it is, I think it's actually slightly more than 500. He might be missing something in that mix, but I don't know. I feel like it's like you don't want to waste money, but if you buy this, which is already an RTR, you can upgrade this like what I'm trying to do right now, because you're going to end up upgrading the Slash anyway to turn it into a drag car, unless you're buying used. If you're buying somebody else's already converted thing, that's when you'll make out. So maybe it depends upon if you want new or if you want used. I want to point blank. I want to push this platform because it's new. Because it's new, it's not yet that real world tested or human tested where we screw stuff up and break things. I'm sure they've done like all their testing and all their whatever. I really don't know. I don't think it was a slap built, although then again, maybe it was a slap built. I already know what I'm going to change in this thing. Like I said, I'm doing a spool. I'm upgrading to metal gears, but that's because I'm upping the power. And while that stuff is coming in, I'm going to push the 3S out of this. Like, I'm going to just push it. And who knows? Maybe I'll even take that Max 10 setup out of the EPX, because I'm not running the EPX right now. And it's very easy to pop it out. It's sticky tape. Sticky tape and a couple screws. Pop that setup out, throw it in the DR10, see if the transmission will hold. You know what I mean? The configuration that thing has, it goes 67. and it actually had way more. It's just the body could not handle the speed that thing was wanting to go. I think that car's got in the 70s with a max 10 with that 5400 kV. I think it's got 70 miles per hour somewhere in that range in that car. As soon as I would hit a certain speed, because it's the semi-truck chassis, it's not designed for flat out speed. And I was running stock tires. I was literally pushing the stock out of it. You know what I mean? It would lift. I'd lose traction. At a certain speed, it was just gone. Tires were ballooning. It was ripping it. And 67 was the fastest that I had the EPX going. But to answer your question, talk to Earl Moorhead. He's probably your best bet. Me, if you're asking me, I'd buy this. It gives you a starting point, and then just move on from that. Because what you need to realize is that, is this something that you're going to enjoy? This is very limiting. You're literally just straight line trigger pulls. That's it. You're not jumping it. You're not taking it off road. It's literally just a drive in a straight line. That's all this car is. And could you get bored with that? You know what I mean? I know I'm not going to get bored with it, but that's because I'm pumped. I'm psyched about it. RC Master, what's going on, guy? The DR10 is on back order till June. Wow. Right, RC Fun. Didn't Earl say he's built 20 slashes or something like that? So he's got a very good working knowledge of that particular car. I mean, if you saw Watermelon, the only thing I don't understand about Watermelon was I felt like, and who am I to talk to Earl, but I felt like Watermelon's front wheels moved a little slower than, I don't know. I think, at least in my head, I feel like I would want my wheels in my own car to move a little bit faster than how his was. His was very slow moving, like very thick fluid. I don't quite understand that concept, other than the fact of what he doesn't want is he didn't want, after a wheelie hit, when that car finally came down on its front end, he didn't want his body destroyed. And that was one of the explanations that he gave to the reason why his front shocks move so slow. But I think just in only on my car, because to each his own, I think I'd want just a slight bit more movement, a slight bit more quicker drop. That way, when it's in that wheelie position, it'll hopefully drop. You know what I mean? As it's going up, just drop, and then hopefully have enough valving to, once it goes to lay down, you know what I mean? But what do I know? I'm just getting into drag, but there's a certain amount of simpleness to drag racing when you literally just think about what the car is doing. Like when you, it's kind of almost like feeling it. Like that's how I have to explain it. It's like when I launch my Camaro. It's the same thing. There's a certain feeling that you know how hard to push the pedal to not break traction, or those times when you want to break traction. You know just how quickly and what RPM you want to be at to unload the clutch and just let it go. You know what I mean? You want to almost feather that throttle, and then once you've got that motion, once you've got that certain brake speed, you can literally then just bone the throttle and the full barrel just opens up and you get that just rush of extra fuel and air, just like a toilet flush into the engine, but it's already at those higher RPMs. So it's able to grab it and suck it in and drink it and throw it out the exhaust. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a whole, in the real world, it's a whole feeling. Like, and I'm no drag race person. My cousin is. My cousin actually races. So if there's anybody I should talk to, I should be talking to my cousin. So what was the box that came in today? Oh, I am going to do an unboxing of that. Like I said, it's nothing you guys want to watch, but you'll see it's 100% for the channel. Out of my own pocket. Everything's out of my own pocket. Other than the heat gun and parts like this. I actually didn't buy these. You guys did. Where is it? Where'd they go? And to point blank tell you guys, to just explain to you how thankful I am that you guys supplied that hobby shop with that right there for these hoons. I purposely bought those right there. Those were bought with the donations to the channel. Like, I'm serious. I'm like, if somebody buys me a coffee, granted, I don't actually go to a coffee shop, so that money will go into like pinion gears or something like that. Anything that will further push these vehicles. Like, and what I am doing is that box that I just got is going to be a physical representation that the donators can see for themselves. Like, it's an awesome, I think it's an awesome idea. It's like that payback in a good way. You know what I mean? J Concepts has a video showing how to convert the short course. Oh, yeah. How much in total is it, though? So if you're to buy, now that I can't remember if it's Earl. Might be Earl. It might be J Concepts because I've seen both. How much in total is it, though, to literally buy an RTR / if that's the way you're going, that's brushless? Because I think that's what they touched on. Isn't there a brushless and a non-brushless version? I actually don't know. But I think they said get brushless. That way at least you know it can take the power. But then how much does the conversion itself cost? Meaning tires, wheels, the low center of gravity, swap over. Aren't you changing arms? A new body. What's the total? Like, you know what I mean? Could you just buy this? RC Hawk building a mid-motor drag car. That's awesome. Ooh, belt-driven. I thought about, so when I was doing like this drag stuff, I actually thought about taking, here, let me show you. I did very briefly think about taking this car right here. This is the Habao Hyper EPX semi-truck, right? And I actually did think about taking this and converting this to two-wheel drive to see if I could turn this into a drag car, drag racer, something. I didn't know if this platform was something that would work, but this is exactly, I think, what you're talking about, something that's a mid-motor type of mount. And all you'd have to do is literally take this belt off right here, and it becomes two-wheel drive. I thought about this. just to try it. You know what I mean? There's plenty of time on people's hands right now. Some people. I have random time on my hands right now. I even want to do more speed runs with that EPX. I want to get like a better tire configuration for it. Maybe even see if I could hook it up with foams or something that wouldn't like balloon and destroy the body. Check out the video I posted last night about how I rerouted my ESC motor wires on your DR10. I know you didn't like them held by... Yeah, so what I had done already is... This is what I had done already with them. So I had rerouted them right through that center, which gave it the height to keep the wires now out of the way. Is that the same thing that you did? Because that was dumb the way they had those wires routed. Somebody was also telling me to leave my gyro on, but I don't. I don't want to leave the gyro on. It's already off. I wish it was going to be sunny today. It is literally still snowing out. Still spitting snow. Earl must be sleeping. Yeah. He was probably up late last night. What is the SC 6.1? What are we talking about here? I want to write that down so I can check it out. What is the SC 6.1? Supercar? Oh, I could probably ask. I could ask this. Okay, Google. What is the SC 6.1?
I found this on the web.
Team Associated RC10 SC 6.1. Oh, short course. So that would obviously be converting that into a drag vehicle, right? Because that's basically what this is, right? He was up around 4 this morning. Oh my God. Well, he was saying that is actually when he edits his videos is late because, his kids are asleep so that he, can do that stuff. Direct drive is where it's at when it comes to drag racing. Earl is here. Earl, what's going on, guy? There's a couple people in here that have questions for you. Jeffrey, hey, what's going on? Mitchell's RC guy. Thank you very much, man. Larry, thank you. Do you have anything you want that directed to, or just put it in the fund? See, Earl's saying right there, DR10 is worth the money. It's very capable. You could probably ask Earl right now. You should ask Earl right now. Yeah, the EPX is pretty quick. Put foam tires on, like what? Is there a foam tire I should be looking for? Just any foam tire. You heard your name in your sleep? Yeah. Well, we actually kind of been talking about you for a while. Like this Earl guy, he has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to drag cars. He's such a faker. Watermelon, he bought that thing at Walmart. Flying Fortress. You got yours further back and out of the way. I'll check it out. Flying Fortress. I'll check that out. I'm going to write it down in my book right now. I'll check it out. Chuck G, I would be careful. Any of the older Red Cats that are 2S, 3S capable, you got to be careful of those. Usually 3S is pushing it to upgrades. Whatever I want, thank you, man. I literally am going to put that into the fund. I may even put it into the, you know what, Mitchell? I point blank, I'm going to write that down right now. That donation right there is going to go to the DR10 fund. And I don't have any funds. So I'm not asking for donations. But if you do, tell me what you want it to go to, if you want it just to be random, or if you have a specific vehicle you want to see it go to. But since you said that, that's going to go to specifically the DR10. Earl guy is being stingy. What? Stingy? What are you talking about? What camera do you use? Guy has a new one. It's not a camera. It's not a camera, guy. It's that's what you don't get. I use a Note 8. I use 2 Note 8s, and I use a GoPro 7 black, and I've got 2. Well, I used to have 3 Session 5s, but I have 2 Session 5s that are appropriate for using. And I also have my 80D, but I very rarely use that because that camera's just it's too much to use for this kind of stuff. Any foam tires will work, but don't forget grape, pop. Don't you mean pickle juice? You need pickle juice for your tires to launch. So don't forget, you heard it here from RC Guy Garage. If you've got tires that won't hook up, you pickle them. You saw it on that. Live. I pickle my tires before I use them. Raymond, what's going on, guy? Good to see you here, man. Jerome, no bug S. What? No bugs? Is that what you're saying? No bugs or no bug S? Good to see you too, man. We're trying to figure out upgrades for that DR10. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what gears to throw in the transmission because pushing it beyond its 3S capabilities, which is the intention, trying to figure out what gears are going to actually work. I have a Robinson Racing hardened idler gear just sitting in the cart. But the unknown is if that hot racing differential, which is metal, whether if that's going to work, and also the spool. So I am obviously hoping Associated is going to, contact me, but I'm not going to waste my time waiting for them because the whole process of everything is going to be a total waste of my time. I'd rather just say, forget it, and then just figure out building a separate transmission that'll be literally a drop-in, switch it out all to metal gears, and bump it up to a different power system and really push this. And I know that's going out of that no prep class, but Earl and we're going to be doing the no prep outlaw drag racing. Right, Earl? Earl and RC Guy Garage, Moorhead Dragway, RC Guy Garage Dragway, way. Did you guys catch that echo? Wasn't that cool? That was in the software. It was pretty funny. Yeah, we got the Moorhead Dragway, but Moorhead actually has he's got a better dragway than me because his dragway has golf carts. That's what mine is missing. I don't have golf carts at my dragway. See, now that's where Earl's going wrong. Earl is using an iPhone to film. Oh my God. Grape pop doesn't attract bugs like pickle juice does, right? Yep. Yes, Street Racing Outlaws RC Drag Class Chase. It is a race. Oh, is it? Street Racing Outlaws RC. Oh, no. Well, it's okay. We could be the no prep outlaws, right? Well, how about the no prep, no laws? Doesn't matter what power system we're running. We're all going to be running 16S power systems. 8+8. We'll do the 8+8 power systems. George Silman, iPhone, right, for Slo-Mo. Yeah. What frame rate and resolution does the iPhone have for Slo-Mo? Is it still only the 720? Resolution at what, 240 frames per second or something like that? You had to go what? Oh, I thought you said you had to go sleep away for a few. Your groceries are delivered. Nice. You're not 100%. Yeah. The note that I have actually does have a Slo-Mo. It's got two different ones. It has if I can get to it. It actually has super slow-mo and regular slow motion. Slow motion, the problem with that is, let's go into the settings of slow motion. Why is it doing front video? Wait a minute. Why is my rear video not active? Video. Settings. That's messed up. Wait a minute. Super slow. Regular slow. Go into settings. Oh, it's locked. It's locked out? Wait a minute. I gotta figure this out. So if I do that, what does it do? Oops. That was a fail. If I do that, what does it do? So if I go into details of that, so my slow motion on my rear camera is 1280 by 720. And the issue with that also is the lighting. The lighting needs to be natural bright light so that you don't get the LED pulses. Your Slo-Mo is 1080p? Wow. That's better than me. Yeah, what do I think about Traxxas? Who, me? Well, I do have a Traxxas banner that's behind that, and I do have Traxxas vehicles. The only one negative thing that I don't like about certain Traxxas vehicles is the limitations, like the UDR. The UDR's an awesome RC, but its battery compartment limitations, I don't like it. That's the only thing I do not like about the UDR. I've got other Traxxas vehicles. Most of my Traxxas vehicles, other than my Max, are older Traxxas. Like I've got an E-Revo, I've got a T-Max, an E-Max. I actually used to have two E-Maxes. One of them is missing somehow. I have no idea how one of my E-Maxes is missing. Maybe I threw it away. But yeah, I think that's all I've got from Traxxas. I may have to, just because of Earl Moorhead, I may have to do one of those slash builds just to do it. The only reason why I don't want to is because it's already a proven platform. So I've got nothing to prove out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least what I'm doing with the DR10, there is something to prove out of this. What I'm doing with Dragbug, because it's a conversion, there is something to try to prove out of that. What I'm going to do with this build, there is something to prove out of this to see if it's even possible. Casey, what's going on, guy? So you're 1080p at 240 frames per second for iPhone? That is good. I'm only 720. Gonna run, guys. Gonna run a few packs. Nice. Flying Fortress, man. Thank you for coming by. Right. Traxxas products, easy to work on from Earl. There you go. James George. That's funny. Oops. Blue Ocean RC. Are you talking to me or somebody else? The slash short course has the parts. The part support most other platforms that are short course. You'll need to be innovative. Right. I get what you're saying. Just sourcing from other companies. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. Blue Ocean, yes. It's RC Guy Garage on Facebook. It's it has this picture. I think you can see it. It's a private group. So you have to answer questions in order to join in it. But it's got that picture right there. It has rules. There's 9 rules. And as long as you're cool in the group, everything's fine. You love questions. It just jumped up to 49. That's insane. That's crazy. How are there 49 people here on a Saturday morning? Oh, my iPad's about to die here. Oh, Earl. Earl, just so you know, just a heads up for you. My DR10 is actually faster than yours now. Just so you know. And you won't even need a GPS for it. Just figured I'd let you know that. Mine's already faster than yours. Probably about, I don't know, probably about that much faster. Go fast stickers, guy. I got some real automotive go fast stickers. So my DR10 is faster than yours. I wanted to get my GPS meter on it, but today's weather. Earl? It's actually snowing over here right now. It's only spitting, but the sun is very slightly out and it's spitting snow. $100-mile-per-hour race stickers, brother. You know it. I would like to actually join the 100-mile-per-hour club. I don't have any cars that'll do it, though. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I can join that club. The 100-mile-per-hour club. Snowing, right. Yeah, it's summer, I know. Well, summer for you guys. You guys have the good weather. Yeah, I know. Chuck G. Right there, guy. Is there anything in particular that you want that to go to? Can I put it to the DR10 fund? Thank you very much for that. Nah, Raymond, we don't, to be honest with you, I actually don't have hate for anybody because the way I look at it is to each his own, you know what I mean? Because he's doing a great job at doing what he's doing, you know? Chuck G, calling Chuck G. Can I put that to the DR10? Get a chance. Give me either a yes or a no. RCaholic, who are you talking? Are you talking to me? Because it's so cool. I still have to try to figure out my riff to the raft. Thank you, sir. That if you're saying to whatever, I'm putting it to the DR fund. DR10 right there, riff to the raft. Still waiting on Chuck G. Definitely, it's definitely DR10 for that, but just still waiting on you, Chuck G guy. Come on, Chuck. Tell me what it's going to, brother. I say DR10. I say DR10 fund. What is so what? Are you guys talking about Kevin? Does Kevin have a new intro or something to his videos? Hot racing parts? That's why I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to the DR10, but I'm kind of waiting. He's making me wait here. Did Chuck G take off? I don't think he took off. Everybody just start spamming for Chuck G. Chuck G, where are you, guy? Where'd you go? Oh, yeah, but you know what though? That's his right. DR10, yeah, absolutely needs a couple upgrades. Like, yeah, well, put it this way, man. Everybody knows you can just skip because you're not going to really miss much of anything, because even like my videos, if you point blank just want to get to like the point, just skip 10 minutes ahead. 10 minutes ahead or whatever it is. Skip 10 minutes into the video and then you'll actually get to like the 1 minute of meat in the video. But that's his business. He doesn't secularly work anymore. His secular work, he used to be a welder. His secular work is his eBay and YouTube and whatever else he decides to do. So of course he has to push it. But all you got to do is just skip over it. You know what I mean? Talbot, hate is getting old. Yeah, no, Raymond isn't hating on Kevin at all. Raymond's not that kind of guy. Can I say what? Wheelie bar? Wheelie bar. It's Bostonian for wheelie bar. There is now one of my shirt slogans is going to be, there is no R in wheelie bar. It's going to be like literally a picture of a wheelie bar. I'll say wheelie bar so that people understand what I'm talking about. Picture of a wheelie bar with a drag race wheel filled with smoke, and it's going to say, there's no R in wheelie bar. RC Guy Garage sayings, there's no R in wheelie bar. B-A-H, right, bah. Kind of like, when you go to a farm, what do those animals say? Bah. That's where you get it from, wheelie bar. Actually, should be, there you go. Be a picture of a sheep head or whatever the animal is that goes bah. Picture of like one of them, like with a wheelie bar coming out of the back of its head. Bah. Telling you, there's so many things that flood my head, man, that I think would be a riot. Think about it. A goat or whatever the heck says bah. I think it's a goat. Whatever says bah, it's got wheelie bars coming out of the back of its head, and it's just going like bah. With smoke and RC Guy Garage. Wheelie bar. Well, I'm pretty sure I obviously tried to check into you a little bit, and I think you've got a video about defending your mom. It's typical. I think what happens is which is weird, I think using the rear camera eats the battery, like it's not keeping up with the thing. Jack, dude, thank you. Do you want that to go to the DR10? I kind of actually need to know, like, if people do that, if you do give a donation, I need to know what you would like it to go to, because that box right there is going to assist with how these donations are being recognized. So Jack, if you're still here, you took the internet down with all the people. It's about to get back up to 30. It was literally 8. How did all of a sudden 30 people just jump right on again? DR10 build, you got it, man. DR10. We have literally Chuck G. Did you ever say? Did Chuck G ever say what he wanted to go that to? I think. I don't think I saw him answer. Jerome, man, I probably already missed you. I don't think he answered. I think Chuck G may have just taken off. Because I don't see Chuck G here anymore in the chat unless something like happened. Well, I'm gonna take Chuck G's money and I'm gonna put it to the DR10, even though he didn't say it, but he took off and didn't say nothing. So Chuck D RC, that's gonna go to the DR10 in case you ever come back. And then Flying Fortress, I got to check out your video on the DR10. You had to reload to do it. I really don't know. I think maybe the charging port is dying on my phone or something. Or maybe the wire's crapping out. It seems to be doing fine now. But I think I've noticed if I'm using that back camera, because right now I'm using the front-facing camera. What are we having, a power failure here? If I use this front camera, which it throws me off because then I can see myself, and I hate seeing myself. I think maybe it uses more power or something. Rebooting your Fire Stick. So what I have seen so far for upgrades for the DR10, which, like what Earl said, because the vehicle's too new, that there's no direct upgrades for it. But they're using, isn't it the SC10 transmission? Isn't that the same thing that's in this DR10? Does anybody know? Earl, do you know? Because there's a hot racing. Yes. Okay, Chuck G, thank you. I did put it to it. I didn't know where you went. Yeah, okay, so that's going right to the DR10. But that's the thing that I don't know. I don't know, like, if that hot racing diff is going to be right for it. I suppose I should just buy it. You know what? I'm just going to order it right now. How about that? I'll order it and then just eat it. If it doesn't, I'd like to call the hobby shop first. You know what I'll do? I am going to message my hobby store first, because this is the way I'd rather do it. Because like I said, I try to go through them first. If they don't have it, then it's online ordering. So I'll even give them the part number. So it's Hot Racing. I'm going to see if Hot Racing. I've got SCT 338HX. Hard anodized aluminum differential gear and cover. That's what I believe is inside of this thing. SCT 38XH. Diff. And then I've got the, looking at the wrong camera. I've got the Hot Racing. No, not Hot Racing. It's actually Robinson Racing idler gear. So the Robinson Racing products. Robinson Racing. And that's a 2355 for the SC10. I'm just assuming it's got to be the same parts. 2355. And that's for the SC10. I'm just guessing that it's the same part. I hope it is. Casey! Dude! DR10, brother. Thank you. Casey Benson with a massive one. Casey, you didn't even see the box that came in today. The box is going to be a direct relation to these donations. James George, brother. What do you want that to go to, though? DR10. You got it, man. James George. DR10. Thank you very much, guys. Like, way thank you. Earl, so you're doing basically the same thing. You're hoping that it just works. So did you order the whole transmission? Because the only thing that I'm thinking is not going to work. You probably know better than I do. The only thing that I think is possibly different is that one mount on this actual transmission case is the mount that wraps into that part that goes to the shock tower, to the body post, and then wraps around to the wheelie bar. I think that is probably the difference. Like, I think there's a literal physical difference in the transmissions. So then you're not going to be locking, I believe, that transmission case, if that's what you're talking about. You probably already maybe know more than I do on that. Your charger doesn't keep up with your phone either? Right. This one, right. My lights are giving people seizures. I don't know why they keep flashing like that. It's not my wife. My wife isn't clicking the thing. Time to end it. DR10. Ref, me too. I need more power. Right. More power, brother. I'm telling you, man. Earl and I, we've got to figure out some way that we can race. And I think Earl's on the right ticket because I've got the DTS system coming. It's sitting at the hobby shop waiting for me to pick it up. So he set one aside for me. So the DTS system obviously will give both Earl and I literal slips so that Earl and I can technically race each other on the opposite side of the United States because I am literally map for map. I think I am the furthest distance possible away, unless somebody lived on Truro that knows Earl. I'm the furthest distance away from where Earl Moorhead is located. And he and I, using that DTS system, we will be able to actually race. And I think that's the cool part. The only thing is going to be the fight, and we're probably going to get into a fight over this. Who's going to take the left lane? Because I know right now my car is still hooking to the right a little bit, so I need some of that right lane. And you know what? Your car was needing some of the left lane. Oh, I think it'll work out, guy. So Earl and I will be able to race. And I think that's cool. Something like that. Basically, slip for slip. We'll be able to figure it out. Now, I'm not racing Watermelon. You could take that thing and put that thing on your shelf, leave it as the queen that it is. I'm not racing no Watermelon yet. What is Watermelon running for a power system anyway? Just out of curiosity. Has it got a big block in it? Mitchell, dude, what is that going to? Earl can't keep that stock body right. Earl's already doing. You ordered a whole stock transmission? Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Camaro body. That's what I'm already doing. Mitchell, what's that going to? Is it going to the DR10? Larry? Right, absolutely, Earl. The DR10 is actually going to help us race. I think it's going to be an awesome thing because literally you and I can race basically slip to slip. So that's actually pretty cool. Watermelon runs a stock Traxxas. Yeah, but a stock Traxxas what though? A stock Traxxas X-Max 8S system. The thing is pretty quick. See, Earl's just saying, yeah, it runs a stock Traxxas system. 8S. I know it's not 8S. Wait a minute. James George. No. RCaholic. What are you saying? B 4.2 parts for chassis and frame? What are you saying? Are you being serious, or are you talking to somebody else? Watermelon versus pumpkin. Earl could definitely make that happen, man. I don't think he's really named the DR10 yet. He probably just calls it the DR10. Mitchell, guy, where are you? Your choice, DR10 then. Thank you. Thank you for that. Earl likes 24S. Yeah, Earl definitely. Earl runs 24S in just about everything that he's got. I called you out. Wait a minute. No, you didn't, did you? I called you out in my video calling your DR10 a pup. Did you really? I didn't know. Wait a minute. I watched your video. I didn't see no call out. Are you talking about? Wait a minute. I watched your video. I didn't hear no call out. You talking about when you ran Watermelon? Ah, Casey, dude, I know that. That. There is one DR10 at the hobby shop left, and it's like I wish I could literally just buy that and send it to somebody. Because, like, obviously you'd have to pay for shipping, but at least you'd, well, actually, wait a minute. With the way shipping goes, I don't want to ship anything nowadays. I sent out a part to Dan well, I shouldn't say his name. I sent out a part to one of the subscribers on the channel. He's probably unsubscribed now, but I sent out a part to him. Like, literally on, I think, what was it, the 18th now? Of last month, and he never got it. I'm so pissed. You think it was a text in the comment or something? I can't remember. Well, then, are you calling me out, bro? I mean, are you serious? Do you actually think that you could beat me, guy? Come on, we're talking East Coast versus West Coast here, brother. Don't make me turn my hat around. I'm gonna get all East Coast on you. Don't forget, we're rednecks over here. It's going to be a throwdown between Earl and I, I'm telling you, man. There's going to be some death blows. Oh, yeah. That's right. It's going to be RC Guy Garage. Actually, it's going to be Earl Moorhead against RC Guy Garage. We're going to be tossing some death blows around. Does anybody else use death blows? I literally remember that. I used to. I actually used to say that. Like a long time. We're talking like I think when I first got married, I was still using that term. Death blows. Oh my God. This stream is awesome. We got 37 people in here right now. That is absolutely insane. Jeffrey, hey, what's going on, brother? What shop do you go to? I will buy it and have it shipped and stopped. You know what? Let me call him right now. I don't know if he'll ship it, though. I could find out. I'll call him right now. Come on, if I could get into my phone. Yeah, but you wouldn't want to pay shipping, though, guy. You'd lose your shirt on shipping. You got to think about that, too. Do you want me to call them or not, Casey? Because that's shipping to the other side of the United States. You will literally, you got to pay like $100 in shipping. That's not worth it, man. Chuck G, just put it wherever you want it. DR10. Yeah, dude. Thank you. Chuck G. Put it where the race is. Absolutely. I want to be the first in Oakland. No. What? No thanks, though. What? Casey, you're killing me. Yeah, dude, you I'm on the other side of the planet. You'll kill yourself in shipping. Actually, how much would it cost? I wonder how much it would cost. That's a good question. I want to see if they still. I'm gonna call and see if they still have that DR10 anyway. Actually, I should. Let's see. I should have these guys on speed dial, but for some reason it's not in my thing. Why is it doing this? Come on. View. Stop. View. I got to pick the right number because I'm blocked. Oh, also, here's another thing too. I'll be right back. Just hang out just for a second. Hey, you guys can watch Vector. I did something yesterday. Trying to find my. Oh, man, my wallet's right here. So this was something that I've been actually doing for a while, and I finally actually just went and took care of it yesterday. So I paid for it a long time ago, but I never like activated it. So even though while I had the thing, so how do I do this? Get a marker. Piece of paper. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to type it right into the chat. So this is actually what my P.O. box number is. So if anybody has like a channel sticker or any kind of anything that you want to see on my channel, or if you want like to send me like a letter or any kind of anything like that, I do have a P.O. box now. So it's P.O. Box 2087. That is Sagamore Beach, because I'm surrounded by sand. Sagamore Beach, MA, which is Massachusetts. And the zip code is 02562. So that is actually my P.O. box. And I don't know any other way to explain it, like, because I don't want to call it fan mail, but that's what people call it. Like when people send people like letters and stuff like that, and stuff that they want to see on the channel. Like, even if you guys send pictures of like your stuff, I literally will post it on my lives. Like, I don't know. I just think it's a good idea. So do I have it right? 02562, right? 02562. Yeah, 02562. So this is actually my P.O. box right here. and I'm not. It's not fan mail. It's not you guys. It's not like you guys are fans. It's like you guys. You guys are part of the group. So if you wanted to send like a letter or whatever that you want, read or anything, you know what I mean? Just whatever. There you go. It's right there. The groupies. The groupies. No, you know what? All right, so this is to explain things. So to give you like a clue, what is that, the sun out? The sun is out. Are you kidding me? Alexa, what's the weather?
Currently, in Plymouth, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies.
It's
Today,
not
you can
cloudy.
expect rainy weather with a high of 46 degrees and a low of 35 degrees.
It's sunny out right now.
Have a good afternoon.
What are you talking about? It's sunny. I'm actually going to be able to rip the DR10. I'm going to tighten up the slipper clutch. Because yeah, I want that wheelie bar to contact. So I'm actually going to go outside. I'm going to be going outside. We're going to be ripping that DR10 now. But where was I? Oh, we were talking about the thing. So what? When people do like, so let's just say like, I'll say in the automotive racing industry, right? And it's kind of like what I'm going for in a way. There are sponsors, right? Now, sponsors are people that donate. Like they want obviously their name or something. So what I'm doing is representing technically the sponsors of particular vehicles. So if you have a vehicle that you're donating to, you are technically a sponsor to that vehicle. And that's how all kinds of stuff like that work. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a way of, I feel like it's a way of my giving or just displaying recognition of just saying, hey, dude, you gave to the cause, or guy, you gave to the cause, bam. Here's the way that you're recognized for this particular build. So I personally thought in my mind that this was going to be a good thing, because not only is it going to be a sponsorship type of deal, it's recognizing what somebody has done, giving thanks back, but having a visual representation of that. And technically what it does is it also draws attention kind of back to you if you want it. Now, if you don't want the attention drawn to you, let me know, because there are some people that don't want attention drawn to them. And I can understand that. Not everybody wants, to not to be recognized, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I thought Earl just said, because I quickly read it? Jeffrey, I will be ruining my Primo pretty soon. Ruining. I will be ruining my Primal pretty soon. Right. I know. Riff. Alexa just informed you that it's going to be freezing. There's a freeze warning. That's crazy. The sun is out in NYC, but it's cold. Yeah. As long as the wind's not there, when it's those 40 or 50 degree days or whatever, it feels nice when the wind's not there. RC Guy. See, this is actually RC Guy. He's the other one that is, so when you, if somebody says, hey, RC Guy, if you don't do the garage after it, RC Guy is actually the one that will get the notification. So you have to actually put RC Guy Garage. So if somebody's referring to me, you got to say RC Guy Garage, because that he's the guy that I was talking about, that if you just say RC Guy, there is an RC Guy that's there that comes here. So if you leave the garage off, the notification will go to him. Are you serious? Dude, you're a riot. Justin O'Neill. Justin O'Neill has a request. Factory blue, baby. Justin O'Neill. Factory blue. Factory team. The only thing, though, is that, yeah, you know what? The blue probably would look better, though, huh? You're a riot. Factory blue body clips for the DR10. Oh, my God. That's a riot. You have about a 10 to 12 minute lag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Why is it so bad? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. It's a 3. It's a 3-second lag. Oops. Keep doing that by accident. How much of that does YouTube take? Probably like 70%. I actually don't know. It's a pretty good amount. They love it. YouTube loves that. Yeah, because they're in business for themselves. You know what I mean? That's how they roll. You get a super chat or one of those super stickers, and YouTube is like, yes. Well, I'm looking at it going, yeah. I'm only, I get a percentage of it, which I'm still happy. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. It's wicked cool. No, pretty sure Chef is actually at work today. Chef has, isn't it 20%? Skip forward the video. Right. It's a good amount that they grab. Well, yeah, but there's no other way. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it, but you don't have a choice. It is their company. You know what I mean? That we're using. You know what? Hey, you know what it reminds me of? YouTube reminds me of, has anybody ever watched the show Gold Rush? If anybody watches Gold Rush, that's the Tony Beats discount or the Tony Beats cut. 20%. 20% royalty, right? He takes his royalties. YouTube takes their royalties, and they're not shy about doing that. Well, I do have a PayPal, but I'm not. But the thing is, though, is I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that is like, I'm not asking for anything. That, please understand that. People that donate, like, I'm not asking. That's not what this is. You guys that have donated, the appreciation is just like blows me away. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know, it's odd. You know what I mean? To be like, and the only reason why I did the PO box was because I'm already having people saying, hey, you know, I want to send you something, like I want to send you like stickers or whatever. And I want to be a central location to where everything can be sent that's safe. Do you know what I mean? That way, if somebody, you know, doesn't like me, decides to send me like a whole package of anthrax, you know what I mean? At least the post office is going to have it first and not me. It's going to sit in the box for like a week, and people are going to be like, shouldn't you have died by now? I sent you a whole bag of anthrax. Right. Right. Any donation that ever comes to this channel literally goes back right into the channel. You know what I mean? It's just, right, Justin, dude. I like I said, I totally appreciate that, man. Totally appreciate that. Funny, I never even thought of PayPal, because that's actually how I pay. So I work with teamredcatshop.com, and that's actually how I pay. That's actually how I pay them, which is, it's pretty funny that I didn't even think that. That's funny. You use PayPal for anything RC related? Yeah, PayPal's cut is definitely a lot less. And what I like is anything that's PayPal that's to a family. So as long as you list your family members, you're able to transfer money between family stuff for free, which is that's pretty cool. So maybe we're all just like this massive, how about we're all this massive, we are a family, right? Right, we're a family here. Right, I get what you're saying, Riff. RC families, yeah, of course there's RC families, right? What do they say? An RC family that plays together stays together? Gonna be expecting rain. Gotta throw some dirt in the X-Max. Nice. Right, Riff. Right, we're all God's children. You know it, man. Absolutely. Right, Jury. Yeah, no kidding, man. Now, I'm confused. Jury, are you not feeling good to the point of where you can't go outside? I have to be self-isolated for 14. So, well, wait a minute. But if you put a mask on and you're by yourself, can't you go outside? That doesn't make any sense. Earl, California is opening the floodgates. Right, whichever God you follow, exactly. Not in Kentucky? You can get fined? What? Wow. That's crazy. And you don't go out because you're at a higher risk, Riff? Crap. That's insane, man. California is broke. So they're opening up now? Yeah. Yeah, I bet. I think Massachusetts is going to be next. I think we're, right now, we are at that mandatory wearing masks in public right now. So I don't know how deep that goes. Like, I think if you go outside of your house and stuff like that, and the UPS driver, he wasn't wearing a mask when he came to my door, but he did, which was good. It was actually good. He had the the thing to sign for the package. He had the thing to sign for the package, and when I stepped out, he actually backed away and he just said, "We're actually not having people sign anymore." He says, "But I do have to click." Oh. I do have to. It's not a COVID sneeze. He said that I do have to click that this package was, dropped off to a human. So I was like, "Oh, all right," and we just kind of talked back and forth a little bit. Just about, and it was good. It was good because he did the right thing, because we have a camera at our residence. So, whoever comes to that area, to my garage, to my driveway, certain areas of the house, we have a way of knowing if somebody's there. So I think he noticed that the camera was there. So he was, I think, making sure that he himself followed that certain protocol, even though he wasn't wearing a mask. When I stepped out, he stepped back and just said, "We're not doing signatures, but I do have to have proof that I gave it to." And I don't know if they took a picture. I don't know what he did. Still have to get out of here, guy. There's no disinfectant, nothing. I sneezed into my coffee cup. We're good. You need an RC Guy Garage mask. Actually, the mask that I have now is this is the one that I used when I went into Reckless Hobbies in Wareham. They literally didn't want to let me in the door. Like, literally, one of the guys thought I was in there to gun them down. Because I ended up shutting off the camera, and the guy's like, "Literally, dude, I thought you had a gun." And I'm like, since when could you ever walk into a bank wearing a mask? Right? Since when can you ever walk into a bank wearing a mask? Even when I went to the post office, I gave the guy my license, which is a photo ID. He couldn't see what I looked like. I had a mask on. All you could see was my eyeballs, and I had my hat on like this. So it's like, it's a craziness that's going on right now. I like that. You need to disinfect your whole damn shop now that you sneezed all over it. God damn it. Give it 2.5 weeks and the numbers will be through the roof again. Yeah. I hope not, man. That's the mask you wanted? No way. I literally bought that mask for when I paint. I wanted to try something different because usually I just have just a regular mask on. But I bought that because obviously you can replace like the lens, like if it gets bad. But that was my thought because if I ever paint, obviously, you know, I mean, stuff's probably still going to go in my ears, but I try to, you know, I wear the whole Tyvek suit and everything. You laughed at that video? Yeah. Or a hat for the matter. You went to the DMV to get a new photo wearing your mask. There you go. Oh my God. You need new filters for yours? Yeah. Now, how do you know you need new filters? Because you're trying to breathe and you pass out? Some people think like the filters last forever. No, the filters filter out garbage. Eventually, they're going to get clogged. Ooh, that was pretty good. The very end of that coffee had some grit. Had some coffee grit. Right. So, Raymond, you're already used to wearing a mask, which is a good thing. My wife, right? My wife is very, very intelligent, right? She's in that medical field, and the nutty part is she'll clean the bathroom, right? And I've had to like not yell at her in a loving way when I talk to her. She's got like this cleaner. She's got this cleaner that she uses, that she sprays the bathroom. So she'll spray the whole tub. She'll spray the whole toilet and the sink all at the same time with the windows closed. And I can smell the fumes out in the bedroom. And I'm like, honey, do you have a window open? And then I hear the window open. And I'm like, you got to stop spraying that stuff. You're breathing. You're in the room spraying all those chemicals and breathing that in. And here you're telling me to care about myself when I'm like welding and painting and doing all this other stuff. I'm like, what about you? It's funny, the stuff that she doesn't think of. And she's the first one to wear a mask, gloves, and, you know, make me do it and stuff like that. And 95s. So you're never going to get them. Oh, there's no more DR10s? Oh, no. Did you tell him I sent you? I hope you did. Raymond, I got a question for you because this is very interesting that you're saying the type of work that you do. So I refinish tubs. All right. So how do you refinish a tub? Like we have a tub. It's in the kids' bathroom. It's obviously a fiberglass tub, but it's blistering. Like it has like bubbles on it. And then the other thing is obviously what a girls do in the shower. Girls sometimes will shave their legs in the shower, right? So we had 3 girls shaving their legs in the shower. Now, one of the things they did, which they never thought of, they would take the razor and they would tap it on a section of the, I guess you call it like the soap tray where the bar goes in between. You know how they have that like clear, it's not crystal, but you know what I mean, the clear plastic bar that goes in between the 2 sides where you can put soap on either side. So on one of the corners, you can see all these little razor blade marks from them tapping the blade on the finish. So can stuff like that be repaired, or is that like literally throw the tub away? It's like the regular fiberglass, like regular typical stand-up bath shower type deal. Isn't that funny that you do refinishing? That's insane. Nice, dude. Thank you for that. That's a good thing because that point blank shows that I am telling them, that trying to support your local hobby store is definitely the way to go. You know what I mean? All right, yeah, definitely, Raymond. Thank you. rcguygarage@gmail.com. When's the burnout coming? Kind of already gave you a clue that it failed. I'll still do it, and I'm gonna have a second entry. My second vehicle will definitely lay down a burnout, but Dragbug Dragbug couldn't hold it. Its ESC kept detecting an overload. So once the tires literally got to the point of good grip and smoking, the ESC would do the cutout. It would do it wasn't over temp either. At least I don't think it was over temp. It was literally just detecting too much traction. Look up Tub and the Solutions. You're the refinisher. Tub and Solutions. Oh, Tub and Tile. Tub and Tile Solutions, and that's Birmingham, Alabama. Metz RC. It's funny, Metz RC is from Alabama, but he's from Dothan. I don't know how far away Dothan is from Birmingham, but Metz RC is a real good guy. Birmingham, Alabama. I'll check that out, man. I've got I've got this whole sheet. This whole sheet is almost full of stuff that I've got to do, and all of that can be fixed, right? You love your job. The heck is that? What are you listening to? You saw that, right? See, that's what's so funny. So funny about those guys. Yeah, he's a good guy, and he you're always looking sometimes for somebody to bash with. You know what I mean? So he's definitely somebody that, he likes to actually go places and rip his RCs. So you never know. You guys, might be able to hook up. That'd actually be pretty cool. I know Vector was jamming. I don't know what the heck he was jamming to. You know what I'm wondering about? I'm wondering what's going on with Tesla. I know we've touched on that subject a couple of times. Tesla's a company that I'm not invested in them, other than the thing there, but I'm not invested like stocks and stuff like that. I have no idea about any of that garbage. But so far, what I'm hearing is Tesla is still doing awesome. which is exactly what I thought would happen. I wish I bought into Tesla stocks like, what were they, like $5 or $8 a share or something like that in the beginning. Oh man, the stuff that you just don't know. You wish you could like roll back the clock a little bit, you know what I mean? Jump into that DeLorean with the flux capacitor and make a few decisions. All right, RC Masters, good seeing you, man. 39 people, 40 people in the stream right now. This is absolutely insane. This is crazy. You can't get enough of semi-Tesla? Yeah. I cannot wait until that Cybertruck is sitting in my driveway. Did I see the Dodge Challenger pics? No. Did you send it on Instagram or Facebook? Where's my phone? I could check it right now. There was no notification of anything. Did you send it to Instagram or Facebook? I know the little robot was totally rocking out, but I don't know to what though. Because he actually has better hearing than I do sometimes. My wife a lot of times will play music upstairs, like because the kitchen is actually a little bit like right over there upstairs, and my wife will have the music playing. So if she's got the regular home stereo going, but a lot of times she's got that, the Alexa. Oh, she heard that. Has that device playing upstairs. We have the screen, the show one, and my wife will have that going pretty loud, and I can actually hear it downstairs. And depending upon the beat, if it's a good beat, he'll hear it. You'll see his eyeballs pulsing to the beat of whatever the music is. But no, Casey, I'm going to check it out literally right now because there is no notification. Wait a minute. See, this is also what I wish you guys would just quickly understand. So like, even just for the RC Guy Garage, these are all notifications that I haven't been able to read yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no joke. I mean, it keeps going. It literally just keeps going and going and going. And I like have to stop for like a good amount of time to go through all these notifications. Casey, I see Casey Benson. You reacted to a photo. Oh, yeah. You reacted to the 9, huh? Yeah, that's a... Oh, there we go. Casey Benson, you posted to my timeline. You sent me the Dodge A100. That thing's pretty sick. I like the lift, but that's not what you're talking about though. You're talking about the Charger. Oh, there you go. You sent that yesterday. Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man. Oh, man, no way. I know what body I want now. You obviously know there's 2 bodies. And I don't know if they make them. I would actually love to get a Superbird. Is there a Superbird drag body? I want to be honest with you, I want to stay with the Mopar only because Team Associated brought this car out as the Mopar. The only other body style other than a Camaro that I would consider would be obviously the 60s vet like A63, that body style, all the way up to, when did they go all the way up to? 67. Wasn't 67 the last year of that body style? So it was 63, I think, to 67, right? So 63, I believe, to 67. Because if you put in 68 vet, I bet the next body style shows up. No, it's not. Yes, it is. 67 was the last year of that body style. Because as soon as it went to 68, that's when it was that longer nosed whole deal, the whole change out. Guy, Alexa, what? She just listened. Earl, you know he wants to work for you. He's already your assistant. I need a trash panda? No, Mitchell, Guy, you're killing me, dude. You don't... Guy, look at you. 8675309. And you know it's nuts? Somehow that came up in my feed on YouTube. There was some commercial or something that showed up, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, Earl, you already have trash can in your pocket. Parma makes some good bodies. Check Parma. Muscle car bodies for short course truck. Believe J Concepts has a 68. Right, yeah, the 68. Yeah, you know what, though? For some reason, the Camaro bodies are not looking right. They almost seem like they're too flattened out for me. Do you know what I mean? So I think, like, if someone made that, that's the second, that's a C. That's a C2, right? I'm not missing a generation, because the C1 vet is the quad lights. So those are the quad lights. No, actually that's the dual lights. So later on, when did they go to the quad lights? So that was literally the tail end of that production before they went into 63 was probably the quad lights, right? Because then that would have been, because the C2 is the vet that I'm talking about. So the C1, so it would have been what, a 19, let's see what does the 19, what does the 60, yeah, okay, so a 62 and a 61, I'm pretty sure those are the same, right? And then is a 1960 as well? Yep, so that's still a quad beam. So 58. Was 58 the last year of the single beam? Or dual beam? Whatever you want to call it. 1958. No, 1958. Okay, so 57. So 57? Yeah, so 57 was, I knew the year was somewhere around there. So 57 was the last year of, I call it the single beam, but the dual headlights, two headlights. And then 58 was when they switched over to the quad beams. But I would love to get like if somebody's got a 63 Corvette body, or like I said, if I could get a damn Superbird, if I could get a Superbird drag body that would stay with me being able to have a Mopar, which I'd like to keep. I want to keep the DR10 as a Mopar because that's literally what it came out as. So it would be kind of cool to have a Super Bird-ish or Super B, right? Because the Super B is like a Coronet. So something like that, even something like that, a Super B or a Coronet. Because my cousin actually used to, he owned a Coronet. That was his favorite drag car that he had. I wish I had pictures of it. I could probably show you pictures real quick. If you want to see what my cousin's Coronet looked like, I just jump on his Facebook right now. Come on. His pictures should be pretty easy to find. Right there. Uploads. Have to go way back. He had a few cars. Wait a minute, maybe he's got an album. Cover, videos, mobile, hot rods, Challenger. I wish he just did like a... I wonder if it's right here. I don't know where the heck he would put his pictures of his. It's probably like way 100 years ago. He actually had a Mustang that he was going to race too, but the thing actually ended up being a total piece of crap. Well, for him, every step he took with that damn motor. The person that he bought it off point blank lied. I'm surprised. Knowing my cousin, I'm surprised he didn't track the dude down and just end him. So this was his Mustang that he was supposed to race, but he didn't get to. He ended up just selling the... Pretty sure he just sold the car and maybe junked the motor. I don't know what he did. But that's his Mustang right there. But I'm trying to show you his Coronet. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful picture right there? That's a beautiful picture right there. The real deal. You know, the Hoosiers. I wish I could just quickly find. He should set up his Facebook a little bit easier. He should do like just his race cars. But he doesn't. Probably never going to find him. He's got so many damn pictures of cars in here. He's got like duplicate pictures. I don't even think he knows that. Trying to literally find his car. His favorite car. Where the hell is it? Yeah, I'm never going to find it. Well, anyway. All right. Back to the chat. Stickies, what's going on, guy? Good morning to you as well. It's actually afternoon.
fix your hair.
What? What's wrong with my hair? It's my crazy cuda wings.
Oh.
Your hair is really curly.
Well,
What you doing to it?
No, I just did the conditioning thing.
Cool.
Probably won't stay like this.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah, I didn't realize it either.
Do you want to go ahead and order those pizzas now, kind of thing?
We have to actually go there, though, right?
Yeah.
You can't use the number?
No, I can try calling,
Okay.
but
yeah,
I was wondering
definitely.
if you wanted to do it now and.
Go with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you on a time thing or?
No. I can end this. I can just say, black it off and just say, all right, forget you guys. No, just kidding.
Alright. No, it's okay.
See, I go to try to turn the camera, and she's pretty to me.
Yeah.
Well, you are.
You don't want to have any bad comments.
Will you stop that?
All right.
Man,
So, do you want me to go?
what
ahead?
is wrong with girls thinking that they're not pretty? You're beautiful.
Thank you.
You are. So when do you want to go?
Well, I'll call him and see
Okay.
how it works.
Yeah.
And
All right.
go from there.
There's this new place that it's a artesian bread like place, and they do pizzas now. I don't know if it's something that they always did, but we're gonna try them for the first time today. Uh-oh. Earl's retracting messages. Stickies! Stickies RC. I don't know how you do your stickers, but I do have a P.O. box if you want to send me a sticker. I'll place it right on one of my cars, brother. Actually, I need two. One for each side because I like things being symmetrical. I didn't realize it was already 1 o'clock. How long has this been going? We've already been going for 3 hours and 13 minutes. My God, that's awesome. Barbecue. Sorry, I missed that. Check Parma. So Parma. Check Parma for the short course. Right. I did check. Right. All right. So I did see this comment because you're talking about the 68 Camaro. I wish somebody had like a real good 69 Camaro Pro Street body that I could use. I would love to do like that Pro Street kind of look. Stickers are right. Stickers are total power. Earl already knows. I already just blew Earl away with these stickers right here. Once these go in my DR10, you can say goodbye to watermelon. Watermelon is literally going to be a sack of water just melting on the pavement. Soon as these stickers go on the DR10, man, watermelon's done. Come on, man. Let's go. 3 hours. I know, guy. It goes by fast, dude. Anybody who wants stickers, send me an email and I will get some out. I have scale license plates too. Yeah, his scale license plates. So I don't know if you've seen Sticky's license plates. The license plates look insanely awesome. I actually have the P.O. box now. It's not 8675309 either. Riff to the RAF. It's not easy for me to type. I hate typing on this iPad. I'm so used to swipe, and this thing just doesn't work right. I don't know how anybody can type on an iPad. There we go. Right there. I think that's right. P.O. Box 2087, Sagamore Beach, Mass. 02562. That's my P.O. Box if you want to send one. Or like I said, send two. Send two so I can be symmetrical. I know it's costing you money, brother. So you don't have to. But the license plates are awesome. The license plates, man, that was such a good idea. I'm going to be robbing that idea. No, I don't know. Mine, I have to say Massachusetts on them. Yours actually say California, right? Does it say stickies like in the whole California, everything? I'm trying to remember. I just remember they looked awesome. Right. Mitchell loves stickers, man. Right, 307. That's right, 307 Scoot. But we had talked about the fact that the thing is, though, Stickies, you already had kind of like a concept and design and everything, right? So that's where the negative is for me. I don't have any. I've got an idea of what I want things to look like, but I just can't make it happen. I don't know how to do it. You know, I just can't figure it out. He also has a scale RC hobby shop. Wow. That's awesome. That's crazy. Be quiet, you. Earl. Pumpkins being left in the dust, not knowing what to do. Yeah, I know. You know what it is? It's the shake of watermelon. Watermelon's just little shake. I love that. That sound box is awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Earl Moorhead's channel on his watermelon drag car, you've got to go check it out. The thing is awesome. I mean, yeah. Look at, see, he comes over and says, hey, what's up? See right there? Move my elbow. See, he comes over here, starts doing stuff. Because I'm sitting right here is the reason why.
It's all ordered 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. It's literally going to take us 15 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
All right. So I am, sadly, I got to end the live stream right now because I'm going to go with my wife to go get some, for the first time, artesian pizza. All right. So, I've like literally, I'm going to run down the list of donations for today towards everything went to the DR10 upgrade. So we've got, and I'll read it off exactly how it happened. So we got Jack Brazier, Justin O'Neill, Mitchell's RCs. We got Chuck DRC, Riff Raff RC, Chuck Jr. Brazier again. Casey Benson, James George, Larry Mitchell, again, Chuck G again. And then Justin, right at the end, was like, go get yourself some FT blue body clips. See, I wrote it down. I wasn't joking. So he gave a donation to go ahead and get some blue body clips. Because like I said, if there's a donation that comes to the channel, at least try to say like, hey, put this towards the DR10 build. Put this towards I think I'm going to turn this into a dragster. I think I made up my mind without asking, and it's only because I don't have a dragster, and because this is that thin, long-ish chassis, this is going to be my electric dragster build. It's not exact. It's going to be my form of a dragster build, but I don't have a dragster, so that's going to be my dragster build right there. So I do have to figure out a dragster body. So the Kyosho Tomahawk, that is going to be a dragster build. That we're going to do on the channel. That I'm also going to put money into. Well, obviously now putting money into the DR10 because of more power. But I got to go. Thank you, guys. I'm definitely going to check out those Parma bodies. And then, obviously, if you guys need stickers or stuff made out, like what Sticky said, 307 Scoot is the one that did his. So, tranny parts. Right. B4. Is that something that I really have to look up? I'm going to write that down. You keep saying B4 tranny parts. Are you joking or are you just messing with me? RC-aholic? Because sometimes people like to mess with people. James Beeman. Have a great. See, that's why you got to get into the Facebook channel. Raymond, I'm going to check out your site too. The Tub and Tile Solutions in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where Jason Stout does the refinishing of your bathroom, like tubs. Because obviously tub and tile, so they do everything. All right, I'm out.
Oh my goodness.
I know. All right, I got to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming to this episode of COVID and Coffee. Like I said, you already know where the donations are going. And thank you very much. And I'm out of here. I'm just going to go get some pizza. We'll see you later. Thank you, everybody. The stream was awesome. It's always a good time. Do I want to end it? Nah, I don't, but I'm hungry.